What is going on, everybody? Brick Builder here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are playing on Cast SMP, my 1.12 multiplayer server for all of my epic YouTube sponsors. And today we're going to be doing some pretty crazy stuff. This server is sponsored by Fluffy Close. Of course, the link is in the description, all that sort of knowledge. So go ahead and take a peek at all of that stuff if you're interested. Really high quality servers for cheap. It's amazing. Make sure to use my coupon code and all that swag. But today, what we're gonna be doing is I've been wanting to work on my base a bit because we have this area here and I'm still gonna use this thing, but I want to start making like other buildings around here. And as you can see, there's other players who are doing things as well, but I want to have some actual, different builds around. So I think what I want to do as far as builds go right now is I've been wanting to add a bit of like a blacksmith area. I feel like that'd be just kind of cool to have. Just another area where we can keep all our enchant books, we can keep our anvil, etc. So it's not all in here. I think that would be fairly cool if you ask me. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to quickly smelt up some of this into the stone, because we're going to want a ton of stone for what we might want as far as bricks go. And let me empty out a little bit of this, and all right, let's get started with our build today. So the first thing is we're going to kind of build it in this area here. We're going to need a crafting bench. We're going to be using oak. We're going to kind of stick to the standard basic materials here. I mean, we're not going to go anything too crazy just because we don't have really many crazy building materials. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to look something like that, which will look pretty dope if you ask me. And then we're going to go back like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks pretty nice. And then in the back, we're going to have this area here, which might go into this mountain potentially. We'll see what we end up figuring out. But this here is going to get filled in with cobblestone. Pretty easy to do. Just a little basic little design we got to get going here. Just quickly fill this whole chunk in. And then over here, we're going to be throwing up the actual build. There's going to be like a few different areas in the build. There's going to be like a few different sections. So this is going to go here, and then we're going to do the same thing over here, and then the same type dealio. Actually, these might need to be swapped because we should be focusing on one section at a time. So let's start with the front section. So we're going to go something along the lines of like a so, and like a so. Beautiful little thing. We're going to quickly sleep, just so we don't have to worry about creepers or any of those nasties, because we don't want to deal with nasties if we don't have to. So let's quickly take a little nap, and that will make the creepers and all the bad stuff stay away from me, which is quite nice. Okay, so this here is going to be like that. We're going to have a smaller-ish area here, smaller-ish room, I guess you can call it, if that's what the wording would be. Also, we're going to need glass. That is the thing we're going to need. Hopefully we have some glass. That'd be unfortunate if we don't. We probably don't, but we have a little bit of that, so that can make just enough for a little bit of panes, which is all we're going to need anyway, so I'm not going to complain at all. But out over here is going to be the first little area, so we're going to go like this. There's going to be a doorway right here. So let's get this down again and craft up our doors. We're also going to craft up these, because it's going to go like the door can't go like that yet. So this is going to go here, this is going to go here, a boom and a boom. So now there's a door right there. Quite nice. Now we're not going to be building something as far as the blacksmith goes like the traditional village blacksmith, just because that's not personally all that cool in my opinion. Like, it's not what I'm going for as far as style goes. So we're not going to do that, but we are going to eventually have a lot of different builds throughout my little area here, my little small, just little comfy area in spawn. Just have a few different buildings, just so we can do some building and all that fun stuff. Need one more piece of glass. Beautiful. 16 pieces. We better not make those go to waste because we only have a fortune 3. We don't have a silk touch pickaxe. Do we have anything that's silk touch? No. we don't. Our diamond tools are not arguably that great, but yeah, I don't know. I was gonna risk killing that, but it ran away from me before I had an opportunity to. So never mind. Do we put a window here? I'm gonna go with no. We're not gonna put a window there. So we got something like this, and it's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's not exactly completed yet, but the vision is sort of there in a sense. Back here, all of this is gonna be filled in as well. We're gonna go for something a little bit interesting, a little bit different, just see what kind of thing we can create as far as this build goes. There's not a ton of planning that's went into it, besides the initial thought of actually doing it. Over here, fences are gonna get thrown. There's gonna be a fair chunk of fences, to be honest. And then one thing we're gonna do is this is gonna really become cobble. This is gonna really become cobble. And then we should keep this on the ground because we're just gonna keep replacing it. It's just not worth it. Not gravel. But these are going to be made into that, and those are going to be made into that. Because I want to make this a little bit more stony. Like, I want it to look more like a stone. Not a Post Malone album, although it's a good album. And just something along these lines here to make this seem like it has a little bit more of a pop. You can't get out of that, so we're going to remove that. But, see, just like a little bit of a detailing on the edge here. I'm just going to see how I like this. I think it should look okay. And something like that, maybe? Let's see. It's not bad. It works. I don't want it to be so, you know, smooth. I want this to be like a giant slab that's just been thrown down. This here, I'm not a fan of. I'm okay with it being on top like that. I feel like I like that better. Just because then it doesn't, like, actually interfere with your ability to walk. And then these should be thrown in here just to create a little bit of, you know, shape, since there's a little bit of holes in there. Beautiful. Now the roof on this here, this is where we're going to be incorporating the birch, because birch wood is a thing I like to try to incorporate. Thing is, we don't have a lot of this, so we do have to be fairly conservative in our birch spendings. But over here we're going to use birch for the ceilings, I think, because it should be a pretty interesting idea. So we're going to go like so. Although this needs to be brought up one higher, so I was wrong about that. There's a lot of mistakes going on right now. We need to fix up that and get rid of our mistakes and all of that good stuff. But let's get up here, and then let's go like so. Beautiful, if you ask me. I think it'll work out quite nicely. And then now here comes the fancy stuff. This is where we're gonna put the roof on it, and our roof is gonna be made out of birch, because it seems like the right block to use, so that way we can have a style that will flow with the entire design. So birch roofing should be quite interesting, since birch is not usually a ceiling block. Like, truthfully, honestly, birch is something I'm experimenting a lot with in this world on Cast SMP, so I mean, we're gonna see what kind of, you know, plays we can make with it, but we'll give it a go and just see what sort of goodness we can get out of it, because so far it's not looking that bad. It's definitely working. Yeah, it works good enough for me. And then let's go up to the top here like so. Beautiful. And then we go up here and we're gonna go like this, and we're just gonna make this a low roof. I don't want it to be too high. Of course, we're gonna need to make a few more of these bad boys, though. We are gonna need some more of these stairs, so let's go ahead and craft those up. Beautiful. Go like that, and then we need to make some slabs, but we have to first go down, make the slabs, and beautiful. So the big thing we're going for here is, since this is one of the first builds in our actual style here, because we have to define our style. This is the most important thing whenever you're really, you know, starting out a build. And the style we're going for is we're going to be using birch as an accent type dealio with all these different builds. And the reason for that is birch is, you know, an interesting block to use. It's not used all the time. And then also it matches with our initial base over here, which is quite a nice thing that I'd like to do, just keep a consistency going. Also, we have a bunch more birch. Never mind. I was wrong, but what did I come over here for? I came over here to get glowstone, I believe. Where is my glowstone? There should be a tiny bit of glowstone somewhere, I think. Do we not have glowstone? We should have glowstone. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, did we already grab our glowstone? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot we grabbed our glowstone. I'm a noob. But let's go in here and fill this up here with glowstone. And then we are going to be throwing a beam of birch in here as well. So give me this, go like that, beautiful. That gets put like that, that gets put like that. And yeah, I guess actually we should mine these back, since they won't really be usable. And go a boom and a boom, just to give a little bit of a depth in the ceiling type style. Now, in here we actually do need to do a little bit of decorating, because it doesn't naturally have the style we want it to. So we gotta add something like that in there, and then maybe a chest. Yeah, a chest is a nice thing to add, beautiful. Next, of course, we're going to use a little bit of stone to do this. This is kind of the classic, you know, anvil type setup thing, but I don't know if that's where I want it. Where do I want the anvil to go? I want it to be like when you walk up over here, I think. That's perfect if you ask me. Yeah, that's definitely nice. All right, next is this. We're going to connect that over to there just to, you know, segregate this off like so. And then back into here is where we're going to get a little bit interesting, because we're going to be throwing some stuff back here. And we're going to make this try to look pretty good. But this is going to be the mine area. I guess we could use this chest to store all of our stuff for now. But this is going to be where we try to create a mine entrance, because I want to have a nice mine instead of the one that's in my base. So we're going to have to throw it over here. And let's see what kind of good stuff we can come up with. This over here, we're going to go up. And then over here, we're going to bust this down and go the same over here. This is too big of an entrance, though. That's the problem. So I think actually we might be pulling back a little bit differently. Maybe we go like that. We can throw the mine over here. Yeah, 3 wide is much more doable, just because of the size. You know, the size is a big thing. We don't want it to be bigger than 3. So we're gonna go like that, go like this, and let's just see if something basic will work first before we go with anything super complicated. Can we get away with something basic like a so? Or do we need to go more complex? And then over here, this will be a mine, as you can see. Like, we're gonna have the staircase going down type setup, and it'll be pretty good, I think. So just gonna go ahead and just mine down a little bit here just for demonstration purposes, just so I can visualize everything, because I think the best way to visualize this would just be to actually dig it. And then I think we're gonna need to throw some cobble here to keep this going. Boom, like a so. And then we just go like that and like that. Beautiful. So as you can see, something like that. And then we would throw stairs down, just so it'll be easier to get up and down, because we definitely want to have the up and down, you know, ease ability that we get with doing something like this. So having these there will definitely help. And towards the top here, we're gonna throw a little bit of oak ones in the mix as well. And then we're also gonna throw a little bit of oak plankage on the ground. Like, it's gonna be interesting to do something like that, but it's going to work out pretty nicely. And the reason for that would be like some parts of this thing may have fallen or something. It's just gonna help add a little bit of color in an area where it's mostly gray and just adds a different shade of brown, which is nice. We're gonna need more fences, and we're also gonna need torches, because we're gonna need to do some lighting. But fences are gonna go here, and gonna go there once we get enough of them, because we're gonna need more fences than what we currently have. So let's go ahead and make this up, and just make a few more. We're not gonna obviously do fences all the way down, but just to there. And actually, I guess since we have enough, we'll go over to there. Nice. But now we have to throw some actual cobble behind here type dealio, and then cobble. Get cobble underneath there, because we gotta actually make this look aesthetically pleasing from this angle, which is important to do. So get some cobble in the walls. Also get some of these in the walls, because these will definitely help bring out some you know, look like this is a mine and it's rugged and beat up and actually used type setup. So we'll go with a little something like that. And that should work pretty nicely. But now lighting on the outside, we're still gonna need more fences. We don't ever make enough fences, plain and simple. Like, we should just craft like multiple stacks of fences at this point, but we're not going to. We're just gonna make a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Now, lighting. So the first light we're gonna throw is gonna be over here, like a little tiki torch style thing, just to throw some light on this mountain here. Also, really small change, but it does, oh my gosh, I fell down. Really small change, but it does bug me, and we're gonna fix it, is right here. This is going to become stone once we actually grab our stone, since we don't want to have andesite in the actual mountain. That's also a waste of a piece of stone, but it's okay. So we're gonna go a little something like that. Beautiful. Just a quick little touch-up job, get rid of that in there. And then over here, all this stone that's on the edge, I want to become dirt. I don't want this stone to be super visible on this thing. So we're gonna go like that. And then this is all gonna become cobble, 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 and dirt right there. And actually, that'll be cobble as well. Beautiful. And we're gonna throw one more of these over here. Boom. Change the way that goes to like that. Nice. So there we got some lighting there. Now we need lighting in the front, so we're gonna throw another tiki torch here. And then I think we need one more lighting, which we can put right here, I believe. Yeah, that should work pretty nicely. And then, I don't really like that this connects here, but there's not much I can do. See that connection? Maybe it's intended. We can go with that's intended, and I think that could work out okay. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I think overall, the design of this thing is really simple, but that's kind of what we're going for. We don't want to go for something overly complicated, especially just because we don't have a lot of materials. We're still in the early phases of cast SMP, so, you know, things are to be expected. Do we have any flowers? I don't know if we do. I don't think we have any flowers. Okay, we need to go get a flower. That'd be nice. Can I grab a singular flower? That's all I'm asking for. It's like a red flower or a yellow flower or some flower. Here we go. I'm going to take one of these white ones. These white ones look especially nice. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these while we're here, since I mean, I assume we'll need these throughout. You know, flower picking with Brick Builder, the most masculine task ever. But I'm going to go ahead and grab these and then head on back, because I would like to quickly throw a basic little flower pot on the outside of this thing just to give it a tiny bit more color. Of course, we are one trapdoor short, so we're gonna shut the door, craft this. Go ahead. Okay, there's a lot of zombies here. We got a zombie invasion. Oh my goodness. But we're gonna go over here like this and like that, and boom. Just a little simple flower adds, you know, so much detail. But overall, I think it looks pretty beautiful. I think we accomplished what our goal was in today's episode. We made a very beautiful blacksmith / mining area across from our little hidey hole. See, previously we had this mine, but I'd rather have a much nicer looking mine, which is what we created today. So let's take one little peek at this thing in the morning. I think that looks pretty beautiful. That's exactly what we're after as far as style goes. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another episode of Cast SMP. Thank you guys so much for watching.